What if Ash evolved all of his Pokemon? Part 2. Instead of just looking at how the teams change, we're going to be looking at how Ash changes. His battles, his growth, the anime itself, all transformed just because every Pokemon reached their final form. And stick around to the end because I'll talk about the one region that would have changed the most. Evolving his entire roster doesn't just make him stronger. It changes who he becomes. Ash becomes a more strategic trainer sooner. No stuck mid-evolution Pokemon. No relying on a heart to overcome disadvantages. More experience using final forms. More mastery of complex moves and battle styles. This means Ash becomes a league-level threat way earlier than Sinnoh. Kanto changes a lot. A fully evolved Bulbasaur, a Squirtle team, plus a fully trained Primeape, and a fully evolved Pidgeot. Ash doesn't win the league, but he gets way farther. Bulbasaur to Venusaur brings power Ash lacked. Squirtle to Wartortle all the way to Blastoise fixes his type issues. Pidgeotto to Pidgeot earlier gives him a reliable ace. Primeape, fully trained, stays on the team. And Charmeleon evolves into Charizard at a more appropriate time. He's suddenly a real threat in the Indigo Conference. Johto. Instead of staying unevolved, Ash's Johto team reaches its peak. Our boy Toto to Croconaw all the way into Feraligatr. Bayleaf into Meganium, and Quilava up to Typhlosion. With 3 fully evolved starters, Johto Ash looks way stronger. Hoenn. Hoenn barely changes because most Mons have already evolved. He evolved Trico into Sceptile, Tailo into Swellow. We got Glalie, Donphan, and if Corphish evolves into Crawdaunt, now we're talking. Corphish evolving would be the big difference, adding more power to Ash's Battle Frontier run. Sinnoh was already his strongest early team, but it still gets stronger. Turtwig already evolved into Torterra, unfortunately. We had Buizel turn into Floatzel, Chimchar evolved into Infernape, Staravia into Staraptor happened, Gligar into Gliscor, now Gible turns into Garchomp. That last one, Garchomp changes everything. Suddenly, Ash matches the region's dragon-level power. Unova, instead of staying mid-evolution, Ash's Pokemon finish their lines. Oshawott all the way into Samurott, Pignite into Emboar, Snivy into Serperior, Scraggy to Scrafty, Palpitoad turns into Seismitoad, and Boldore evolves into Gigalith. With no unevolved starters holding him back, Ash becomes a top-tier Unova trainer. Kalos doesn't change at all because this team was already insane. The big change is that Gudra stays with Ash, giving Ash more depth during the Kalos League. Alola changes a little, but not dramatically. Rowlet doesn't eat the Oval Stone and evolves into Decidueye. With Decidueye earlier, Ash gains more balance and ranged offense. He'll still win the league, of course, but maybe he'll beat Gladion faster. Journeys already had fully evolved Pokemon, but the important part is how Ash uses them, not how they evolve. In part 1, we saw how Ash's teams changed, but in part 2, the anime changes itself. Ash becomes a champion earlier. Sinnoh or Kalos become real winning opportunities, even more than before. His losses are more emotional, leaving a fully evolved Pidgeot and leaving Greninja. Those scenes hit way harder. Ash's reputation grows faster. Instead of it being seen as the underdog for 20 years, Ash becomes a respected powerhouse much earlier. And the region that gets changed the most by Ash evolving every Pokemon isn't Kanto or Sinnoh. It's Unova. With all 3 starters fully evolved, all mid-stages finished, and no team slots wasted, Ash becomes a dominant trainer in Unova. Maybe not champion level, but definitely one of the strongest challengers that region has ever faced or seen. And that's the end of part 2 of What If Ash Evolved All of His Pokemon. Seeing how his journey, his battles, and his growth changes across every region really shows how different the anime could have been if every Pokemon reached their full potential. Now I choose you to watch the next video. Peace, trainers.